I am Alistair Lundy.
My name is Rihanna Sermons.
Hi, I'm Sean Mitchell.
My name is Mohammed Khaled Nog.
And I am much more than autism.
I'm much more than what my label of autism just says I am.
I'm much more.
I'm more than autism.
The problem these days is that many people with autism and other mental disabilities are overlooked, and all this talent gets wasted. And I think it's a real problem. And the individuals that you've seen in this video, or that you're going to see, this is really proof that a lot of these individuals get overlooked and are in menial jobs and are in jobs that don't suit their talents. And so what I want to do, this documentary, this purpose, was that I just wanted to open up people's eyes and show what's been hidden behind the label of autism.
When I was a junior in high school, my dad showed me his animation. I got, oh, maybe I could do something like that.
Hi, nice antiques! Got a blast!
What? You were expecting someone else? Either way, Thomas is the name, and sports are my game. Over there are my friends, and we're here to promote the movie you've all been waiting for. A perfect balance between sports, animation, comedy, and drama. Of course, I'm talking about our movie. Unfortunately, I can't give away too much since this is a teaser trailer. But, what I can guarantee you, it's gonna be a grand slam.
Your animation.
Well, ever since I was a junior in high school, I started to animate since I like watching cartoons so much. I might as well create some of my own. And one of my cartoons is this, basically a feature-length film I'm currently working on. The script's not done, but it's expected to be done by the time the Super Bowl arrives.
Nice antiques! Got a blast!
What inspired you to start animating?
Well, Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, as well as the fact that Toy Story
You were expecting someone else?
was made by hardworking people.
Howdy, 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 folks! It's good to be back!
Greetings.
Wait. Stop the film. Is he in this too?
Excuse me, Pullstring Boy. What would Toy Story 2 be without Buzz Lightyear?
A good movie.
And I'm actually looking for voice actors, so if you're a voice actor or a voice actress and you have a talented gift, come on down. Think how Luann would say these lines.
Okay, so, yep, the bathroom's clean. Ha 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 ha. I can't. Maybe I'd be better off playing, what's her name, Luna? No, I'm not the rock type at all. Does it ever frustrate you when you apply for a job and people don't think that you can do very much?
Well, sometimes, but I can do more.
And do people ever underestimate you because of your disability and think that you're not capable of much?
Well, sometimes, but I don't let them get to me. I don't let them get to me, because you know why? As long as they know they're bothering you, you're only going to get encouraged. So the best way is to not let them get to you. Keep going with what you do. As a kid, when I was younger, people underestimated me because of my ability, but I don't let that stop me because I know I can chase my dream.
Many individuals on the autism spectrum excel at art-related skills, including visual arts, digital art, photography, film, animation, and more. I'm kind of the old school type of autistic that's been misdiagnosed as a lot of things. I was called nonverbal learning disability when I was in 2nd grade, and that started my journey through alternative schools where I ended up with a bunch of kids with behavioral problems. I've been seriously, horrendously bullied, and to this day I still have a hard time trusting my peers. But I've been diagnosed as both PDD and Asperger's, and I've had just a lot of experiences that many of which weren't very pleasant, and that led to my creativity. When you're in a bad place, I would just escape into fictional worlds, whether it was like Lemony Snicket or Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever, and I'd draw and I'd escape into these characters that I would make, and I'd make characters based on myself to help me deal with myself, usually a girl with brown hair and some psychic powers that wasn't accepted, and that would symbolize me and help me get through the issues of bullying and everything like that and just not fitting in. And just last year at College of DuPage, I made the exhibit of Yokai High, Parade of 100 Monsters, based on a Japanese folktale, because I love Japanese culture and folklore. And I use the concept of these monsters to kind of feel into what it's like to be a person in American society with a disability, because when you're different, you feel like a monster. What's different is scary. And different is scary and it's not expected, but different is also interesting and has its own charm to being different, and that's what this was about. It bothers me when I end up with menial jobs, because I've been a grocery bagger, I've cleaned a car dealer for 3 years as a cleaning person, and there was no way for me to move up. I got this sense of burnout, because when you're an intellectual, deep person and you're stuck with menial labor, you get this feeling of burnout. You get worn out and just feel like you're going nowhere, and I just hide in the bathrooms and read books and go on the internet because I felt like just no energy, no life left in me because I wasn't being challenged. And when I was bagging groceries, I asked if I could be promoted to a cashier, and the manager simply told me, honey, that's not going to happen.
We often don't realize how easy it is for a person without a disability to walk in and get a job and be able to move up from cashier to deli to service desk. And when you have a disability, it's a lot different. You try and move up and sometimes you just can't, and even if you're looking to move up, sometimes these staff, the higher-ups, have already decided that, why should I move up? We're already giving you a job, you're bagging groceries, shouldn't you be happy? And this is a real problem, and it really needs to be changed.
The problem is when you have a disability, like autism, you sometimes have quirks. Like for me, it's carrying plush toys everywhere I go as a comfort object. I've been doing it ever since I was a toddler, and now I'm 26 and I'm still doing it. But for me, it's like, it feels like I'm connecting with the world in a way that feels safe. So when I'm making Springtrap go bounce, 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 a lot of people will think I'm unintelligent, but I'm not. And I think it reflects badly on this society too, because people aren't accepting enough of people with things like autism. So I think if society were more accepting, I'd have a lot more friends that were humans instead of plush toys. My dream now is to become a broadcast journalist, an on-camera reporter, because I was on the broadcast club for 3 years in high school when I had transitioned from a really rough alternative school where I had been horrendously bullied by both teachers and students. I was watching the news broadcast on the late arrival day every month, and I realized if I got on there, I could maybe get some respect finally and stop being kicked around. And so I went to the meeting and I got involved, and that December I was on my first broadcast, and not only did I get respect, but I was also discovered to have a natural talent for speaking on camera. And I became famous in the school, and everyone knew my name, and I was not an outcast anymore, and I realized I could use my voice as a reporter to speak for other people with disabilities and highlight the issues that I have faced, the misdiagnosis, the alternative schools that really aren't very helpful, the social misunderstandings of people with autism. My advice for other people is that I know right now it's difficult and society hasn't opened up their eyes yet, but hasn't opened up their eyes completely. It's starting. You know, people like Temple Grandin have paved the way for us, and it's starting to get better and better, but you can use your voice, find your voice, don't, take discrimination silently, speak out, help, pave the way, better society for people like you, and don't give up, don't think it's your fault. If someone tells you that you're not capable, the only person that knows that you are capable is you. And that's what matters. If someone says you can't do this, you're not capable of much, you know deep inside that you are capable. Their words mean nothing. So just keep your head up, keep, working towards your dream. Your dream is yours. No one else can take that from you.
For College of DuPage, I'm Alistair Lundy.
When I was back in high school, I was diagnosed with having PDD, pervasive developmental disorder, and currently, right now, I'm currently being assessed to find out if I may also have Asperger's. It's very difficult having these assessments because my whole life I end up thinking like there's something wrong with me, even though everyone told me that I wasn't, and then finding out that there was a problem, it's both a relief and a disappointment knowing that it wasn't my fault, but at the same time, like, there was never truly going to be an answer as to how difficult things in life were going to be for me.
And so what's your special talent that you have?
I'm a screenwriter / an animator. I actually have some stuff with me right here.
No.
This is actually an assignment I'm doing for my cartooning class about my little character called Liberty Bell and how she defends America against the dictatorship that's slowly overcome the country.
Very topical.
Yeah. And over here,
so you got some books.
Yeah.
Good to have reference books. I had some of those back in the day. I used to draw the whole manga bit.
Yeah. I love the anime style. Like, it's a style I want to draw with, but eventually I want to work at Pixar or even Walt Disney Animation.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And so, do people ever judge you because of your disability?
To be honest, I never gave them the opportunity to. When I first found out I had problems back in high school, I didn't tell anyone because I was afraid I would be judged. These days, though, like being in college, I kind of have to tell my teachers about my problems. That way, they're aware like how difficult things are for me. I actually have to take college at a slower rate than other people. And when I'm in group assessments for projects, I have to tell people to like you have to be easier on me than you are with others. So, but people don't judge me like the way I thought they would. Like back in high school, I'm sure they would have because everyone was much more immature back then. But now that we're all pretty much adults, like there's not really much but judgment. They kind of treat it as if it's no big deal.
Does it bother you when you try and apply for a job and people think that you're not capable of much?
Definitely. Like I've only had two part-time jobs in my entire life. First one was right after I left high school. I got a job in a movie theater. However, I didn't tell my employers I had autism because I didn't want them to. I needed a job really bad. I was only there for a month, but I struggled so much with working the cash register at the movie theater. Like they fired me within a month, and that was very disappointing. My second job, I worked as a busgirl in a restaurant. Like I have difficulties with focusing. That's part of my autism problem, so I get easily distracted. One day they just stopped calling me in for shifts. It wasn't for a full 2 months had gone by without a single job that I finally called them and asked them, like, why am I not getting any work? They told me on the phone, like, we thought you would have figured by now that you were fired when we just didn't tell you.
And what message do you have for other people with autism who want to succeed?
I have two things to say. One, don't ever think things in life are never going to go your way. I used to think the same thing when I was younger. And look at me now. Like I may be going a bit slower with school, but I'm currently getting very good grades because I'm doing things at the rate I need to do. And two, I have to say, like find people who support you because my mom is my biggest supporter. Like if it weren't for her, like I probably would have succumbed to the pressure a long time ago.
Many individuals with autism and other mental disabilities often end up with jobs in the fields of retail, hospitality, food service, and housekeeping, but that's not always the best choice for our skills and abilities, especially for autism. We often get overwhelmed from sensory stimuli such as excess dealing with people, loud noises, a fast pace, and just an overall chaotic feel. But our skills can definitely be used in many other different types of careers, especially those in the creative fields.
Anyways, I'm a bit on the animation enthusiastic sides of stop motion. I watched the Lego movie for the first time, and I turned into the white sheep of the shepherd.
And how many Lego things do you own currently?
I kind of lost, maybe like 30 or 40.
And do you plan to make any stop motion animation features with your Legos?
I plan to as long as I finish college. You know, maybe if I get my video editing degree, or if I get the material or software to animate and capture and shot from shot.
Now tell us about these interesting, really cute images with your Legos. You said that figure is supposed to be you?
Yeah, I've taken some baby steps and taken some photos of my Instagram self, of my Lego self, in Lego avatar form. I've taken some photos of what I buy from the Lego store or whatever other unnamed brick store I can name of.
And what has your experience been like with autism, and does it influence your creativity at all?
My autism it has its ups and downs. You know, I'm usually aware of what's around me and my senses and stuff. You know, it could be good. You know, I can easily know when to stop when a car's coming, or you know, maybe when I realize what time it is of the day and such. But on the downside of it all, I usually get emotional around, you know, when I hear yelling or loud noises, you know, high-pitched screams, kind of overstimulates me, shivers and such.
When I understand you have a job, but when you're at work, does anyone underestimate you because of your disability?
No, not really. I usually work with people who sometimes have a bit of autism. I don't know.
Do you wish your job were more challenging?
Sometimes, you know, I'm hoping to get some real jobs that are challenging somewhere down. I'm trying to get a job at Disc Replay.
Oh.
And I'm trying to fill out some applications. You know, still waiting for them to respond to me if they have the opportunity to email me back saying that you got the job and such.
Your current job is at a coffee shop, correct?
Yes, Metropolis Coffee. I go there every other Thursday.
And what do you do there?
I usually grind the coffee, make coffee bags, and measure how much coffee is in a bag, you know, to pour it in.
And do you have any advice for people with autism who are trying to make it in jobs or college or life?
Well, what I can give you, anyone who's autistic, try to be confident to yourself, always think positive, and try not to let the negative things get down, because if they do, you'll be down as well, small sort of way.
And the message of this video, the title is in the title, I am more, but it says we are more. We are more than what our labels say, and I want this video to end with a message that I am more, you are more, we are more, and be more, do more, know that you are more. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. I hope that this video achieves what I want it to. If my autism documentary doesn't make history, then this coffee will. I'm Alistair Lundeen.